Now at 6, the City of Miami and its community members gather together to celebrate local artists and their murals. Plus, the Youth Volunteer Corps of Joplin gathered to create their own invisible art. And the Clay Cup joined El Taco Zone for their 5th annual Bowl-a-thon.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Cale Chapman. The City of Miami and its community members gathered together to celebrate art and murals. KOAM's own Shagun Bomdelli has more.
Miami Mural Fest is an arts event that celebrates street arts and murals in the city of Miami, Oklahoma. The festival brings together artists, musicians, and the community.
We do it every year to bring a little bit of art to the community. So we like to paint the town, but we also like to celebrate all arts. So we have some performers, we've got live music, and we've got a beautiful car show as well.
Since the COVID-19 pandemic, 2023 has been the biggest year for Miami Mural Fest.
This year's our biggest year yet, so we've already had a breaking turnout. We probably have about 2,500 people right here, and I hope to get some more in through the rest of the day.
A mural artist from Texas says she is excited and hopes she impresses the locals.
I hope to make something that people are excited to take photos with, and also to create something that that adds a little bit more character also to just the wall itself and the business.
Volunteers says the mural brings life to the community of Miami.
I love the murals. I love them too. It gives people something to come to Miami for. A lot of towns don't have stuff like that, but we do. So you can go down Main Street and you can see all the different murals. And every year they change, so it's something new to look at.
In Miami, Shagun Bomdelli, KOAM News.
The first Miami Mural Fest 66 took place in 2017. The Youth Volunteer Corps of Joplin gathered on the sidewalks of downtown today to create invisible art. The invisible art was created through the use of an environmentally friendly spray that is visible only in the rain. Local youths ages 11 to 18 were involved in the volunteer project. The Youth Corps hopes that the project will bring a smile to someone's face on a gloomy day.
So today we are creating invisible artwork on the sidewalks with a special spray that will only show up when the sidewalk gets wet. It's a product called Rainworks. It's a hydrophobic spray, so you spray it on. We're using stencils.
My favorite part is getting to give back to my community, the community that gives so much to us, that I think getting to give back and show the community what we're grateful for is definitely the best part.
The spray is biodegradable and will dissolve in a few months. The Clay Cup joined El Taco Zone to host their 5th annual Bowl-a-thon and Street Festival today in Neosho, Missouri. Area potters participated in the event, making bowls for Watered Gardens' 11th annual Empty Bowls event. The public was free to enjoy live music and Mexican food while they supported their favorite local artists.
It is our 5th annual Bowl-a-thon, and what I mean by Bowl-a-thon, we're not bowling, we're making bowls for Watered Gardens' Empty Bowls fundraiser. You know, this is one thing that all the potters can get together and do for our community, to help with the soup kitchens, to help with the homeless, to do what we can do.
Bowls were available for purchase, with all proceeds from this event benefiting local service groups. Meteorologist Sam Lane joins us for a first look at the weather.
All right, thank you very much, Kayla. It was a beautiful day across the area. Lots of sunshine, light northwesterly winds, but the winds are going to be a factor as we go through the forecast. Radar is clear right now, but I wanted to show you up to the north and west. There is a red flag warning for north central Kansas and south central Nebraska. That is going to perhaps be a problem in our area tomorrow with the high winds and all the dry conditions that we've had. The allergy 7.7 today, tomorrow 10.4, which is in the high category. Most of that is oak, mulberry, and walnut trees. Your forecast for this evening, 40 degrees by morning, so it'll be kind of chilly with temperatures dropping through the 60s into the 50s all the way down to 40 degrees. And looking down the lane, we have some cool mornings ahead, windy for your Saturday, and then a dry period after that, and maybe some storms late Wednesday into Thursday, and I'll tell you more about that in our forecast in just a little while.
Joplin Empire Market hosted a special event today to celebrate their 5th year of business. Along with visiting the usual vendors, market guests could sign the market's giant birthday card and register for a raffle to win an entire greenhouse. Pollinator kits were available in the community garden, and live music helped get the event rolling.
So we are primarily at our core, we're a four-season farmers market. So every single Saturday we're open 10 to 2. We have produce, meat, eggs, bread, all the typical things that you can find at a farmers market. Are super excited for our commercial kitchen that we just completed construction on last fall and have begun operations on the Newton commercial kitchen that's located here at Empire Market.
The Empire Market is open every Saturday starting at 10 a.m. Coming up, a shooting in South Carolina this morning injures multiple students. Plus, a separate mass shooting in Texas leaves the community reeling after 5 are dead. Authorities with Richland County School District 1 in South Carolina confirmed that multiple students from Keenan High School were among several wounded in a shooting this morning. A spokesperson for the district said that the event was not associated in any way with the school district. However, authorities did confirm that 3 Keenan High School students were wounded by gunfire at Meadow Lake Park. One student is a 12th grade girl and the other 2 are 11th grade boys. A 12th grade girl was also hurt after being struck by a vehicle at the location. In all, at least 9 people were wounded by gunfire during the gathering at the park. Deputies also found multiple shell casings from different guns at the scene. Another mass shooting has left multiple people dead. Police in Texas say a man said to be a Mexican national gunned down 5 people from a nearby house after he was asked to stop firing rounds. The FBI is helping authorities in the search for the suspected gunman. Grace White reports from Cleveland, Texas.
Authorities in Texas say a man armed with an AR-style rifle shot and killed 5 neighbors, including an 8-year-old child. All of the victims are said to be from Honduras. The San Jacinto County Sheriff says a manhunt for the 38-year-old suspect, Francisco Oropeza, continued into Saturday.
Just stay in your house, be vigilant, keep your eyes open. If you see anything, say something.
The deadly violence started in the town of Cleveland, about 45 miles north of Houston, before midnight Friday. According to authorities, the family had asked the suspect to stop firing rounds just before the attack.
A gentleman stepped out of his house, said, "Hey, we're trying to keep an infant to bed," and he says it's his property. He'll do whatever he pleases on his property. The man went back in the house. Next thing they know, he's walking up the driveway with the rifle in hand.
When I heard the shooting, we were in bed, and my kids, I have 2 babies, they got scared. But we're like, well, that's normal, they're always shooting.
The sheriff said 10 people were inside the home and no one else was hurt. It's believed the suspect was intoxicated at the time and ran toward a heavily wooded forest a few miles away. Grace White for CBS News, Cleveland, Texas.
Texas has suffered several mass shootings in recent years, including last year's attack at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde and a racist attack at an El Paso Walmart in 2019. A little later, storms in Texas damage a gym used by local youth.
And we have some storms in our forecast, hopefully nothing severe like that. I'll have all the details when we come back. Well, friends, it was another beautiful day across the 4 states. Lots of sunshine, warm temperatures. We need some rain, though, but hopefully that'll be in our forecast. But let's take a look outside first of all this morning in Seneca, Missouri at Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. We started off cloudy, but then as the morning wore on, the clouds started to break up and we were left with mostly sunny skies, clear blue conditions, and now the sun's starting to set a little bit towards the west. A beautiful evening. This afternoon we made it up to 68 degrees after starting out at 51, which was normal for the low, but a little bit below on the high. The records are 92 and 36. Check out the rainfall. Only at 3/4 of an inch or just less than that for the month. That's 4 inches below normal, and we're about 3.5 inches below normal for the year so far. And that means the drought situation is getting worse again as the dry conditions are now starting to expand into the northern parts of our area in southwestern Missouri, of course now also including parts of northeastern Oklahoma. And if we take a look at the rainfall, normally we have about 5 inches for the month, and so far we've only had 73 hundredths, and that means that we are likely going to be going down as the 3rd driest April ever in Joplin history. So we've established that it's been dry, And now we're going to look at the winds. Today they weren't that bad, generally around 5 to 10 miles per hour, but notice up to the north, the winds are getting a little bit stronger. And as we go through the day tomorrow, notice the winds are going to be out of the north and west, and they're going to be blowing at around 25 to 30 miles per hour. So when you factor in the dryness with the strong winds, that means the fire danger is going to be increasing. And then as we go into Monday, the winds are going to be slackening just a little bit in the southwestern sections, but will still be strong in the morning, Monday morning up towards our north and east. So if you have any outdoor plans as far as fire goes, please hold off on that. And then the winds are going to start slackening off as we go through Monday evening. Radar is clear right now, but again, like I said, we are watching a storm system off towards the north and west, and that's going to be moving towards us, but it's going to take several days before it gets here until the rain chances start to increase. Temperatures right now are generally in the 60s and 70s across the area, very pleasant, but the dew points are low, so that's another factor in the fire danger with the dry air in place. Right now in Joplin, we're sitting at 67 degrees, northwest wind at 14, the humidity at 36%. And in Pittsburgh, you can see the flag flying there, wind out of the west at 10, dew point at 39, and 69 degrees. Looking at the forecast tonight, we're going to see lows generally in the upper 30s to lower 40s, cool, so kind of chilly when we get up to head to service in the morning. And then Sunday afternoon, northwesterly winds, breezy and gusty, with highs in the low to mid 60s. Then as we go into Monday morning, quite chilly with lows in the 30s across the area. Winds will be a little bit lighter. Then on Wednesday afternoon, the winds pick up again, especially up to the north and east with highs in the mid 60s. And then as we go into Tuesday morning, chilly once again with lows in the 30s. Could be some frost in some of those sheltered valley areas. And over the next few days, as we head towards Thursday, rain chances are going to start increasing once again. But I think this model might be overdoing it just a little bit. We'll have to wait and see on that. And then as we look at the forecast, we see breezy and windy conditions the next couple of days, and then the storms arrive on Thursday, and then next weekend a little bit better as we head towards Sunday. So more spring-like weather conditions coming towards the latter part of the week.
Looks like our best chance for rain might be that Thursday.
Exactly, and hopefully we get a lot of it because we desperately need it.
All right, well, thank you, Sam.
You're welcome.
A basketball gym in McAllen, Texas sustained catastrophic levels of damage today following a severe storm in the area last night. Footage posted by All-Star Basketball McAllen, an all-year gym for teenagers and children, shows the wall of one of the basketball courts partially destroyed this afternoon. The building had previously withstood Hurricane Hannah in 2020. Thousands of residents in the area are still without power, according to local media. And still ahead, Brock Baldridge is going to join us for sports. And Pitt State tries to even up the series against Washburn and Pittsburgh today. We'll go over the highlights next.
Well, both Missouri Southern and Pittsburgh State finishing up the regular season series this weekend. Lions have a chance to win the MIAA with 2 more wins and 2 more Central Missouri losses. Pitt State, on the other hand, is looking to finish in 3rd place for positioning in their postseason. In Pittsburgh, the Gorillas are hosting the Washburn Inkabods. Pitt State's looking to even up the series after a loss in last night's game. Bottom of the second, no score. Cade Clemens goes deep to left field. Outfielder can't find the ball. Spoiler alert, no one can because that ball's out of here. Solo shot home run. Gorillas up 1-0. Bottom of the 4th now. Game all tied up 1-1. Jake Grauberger at the plate. And he hits this into the gap, into the outfield, and bounces off of the fence. Coffey and Clemens, get on your horse. 2-run score. It's a 2-run double for Grauberger. Pitt State regains the lead up 3-1. Bottom of the 5th, 4-1 Pitt State. Joe Hamilton, dead center. Easton Bruce is out of room, and it's out of here. Pittsburgh State goes up 6-1 after a 2-run home run by Hamilton. Gorillas even up the series and beat Washburn this afternoon 10-1. Let's take a look at Missouri Southern, who is on the road at Missouri Western. Lions win the series after winning today 5-3 over the Griffins. Will Daugherty goes 2 for 4, 2 RBIs. Lions officially in 2nd place in the MIAA regular season standings after Central Missouri's win over Fort Hays State. So the Lions will be the 2 seed next weekend's MIAA tournament. Well, it's officially scoreboard watching season. The Missouri Southern softball team is on the road this weekend at Central Oklahoma, tied for 1st place. They have a chance to win the MIAA for the first time since 2001. First things first, though, Lions take a trip to Wichita, taking on the Newman Jets. In Game 1, the Lions sweep the Jets 4-0, shutting out Newman. Josie Topai does what she does, going 2 for 3 with a 2-run triple in this game. Leighton Withers goes 2 for 4 with an RBI double. Lions take care of business in Game 1. So Game 2 now, Lions scored all their runs in the first 2 innings. That's all they needed to complete the sweep of Newman, winning Game 2 4-2. Emily Perry was 2 for 3, the RBI double, or 2 RBIs in this one, and gets a huge and that sets up a huge matchup for tomorrow afternoon's game against Central Oklahoma. Winner of that doubleheader win the MIAA regular season championship. Pittsburgh State also in action today in Edmond, Oklahoma. Missouri Southern really needs some help from the Gorillas today. Pitt State didn't do much in Game 1. Gorillas lose Game 1 7-2. However, Paxton Hayes goes 2 for 4 with an RBI double. In Game 2, it was a heartbreaker for the Gorillas. They were up 3-2 in the bottom of the 6th inning, and they could not hold on. Gorillas lose 4-3. Gila Griffith goes 1 for 3 with a 2-run homer in that game. Pitt State will be back at it tomorrow on the road against Newman. Well, the Kansas City Royals have had a dreadful April. They have the 2nd worst record in Major League Baseball, but today was the day the club needed to lift their spirits. Royals at the Twins, starting off in the 8th inning. Royals down 2-1. Salvador Perez knocks in Bobby Witt Jr. The game's tied 2-2. Top of the 9th now, 2 runners on. And Duran throws a wild pitch. Look out here. Edward Olivares will come in to score. Royals take a 3-2 lead. So we head to the bottom of the 9th inning. Scott Barlow on the mound looking to close it out. Sneaking at some cheese by Byron Buxton. He's gone. Next batter, Larnick hits it right back to Barlow. Royals win it today 3-2 over the Minnesota Twins for their 7th win of the season. And St. Louis is on the road tonight against the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'll have an update of that score tonight at 10. That game starting out late in the West Coast. Well, how cool is this? NFL Draft is in Kansas City. Great weekend. Kansas State running back and fan favorite Deuce Vaughn drafted in the 6th round, 212 overall. And take a look at the left side of your screen here. That's Deuce Vaughn's father. His son just got drafted by the Dallas Cowboys. He's also a scout for the Dallas Cowboys. And look on the right side of your screen. He gets to call his son to let him know that his team just drafted his son. And that is just an amazing story. So great job for K-State fans, and great job for Deuce Vaughn, and what a spectacular draft it was. But that's just got to be a cool story, Kale, to be drafted by your father's team in the 6th round of the draft. And K-State fans love it. I know Dallas Cowboy fans are going to love it too. Yeah, lots of legacy there, and you know that he and the whole family is going to be excited about that one. Absolutely. All righty. Well, thank you, Brock. We'll be right back. If you plan on visiting Independence, Missouri, you can soon stay in a house fit for a king. Welcome to the Elvis House, as some of the locals have affectionately called it. The owners spent the last few months renovating the house and used the king of rock and roll for inspiration. Elvis Presley stayed in this house while touring in the late 50s and 60s. The owners are not calling it a shrine to the rock legend, but say the house complements his legacy. The house will be opening as an Airbnb, but it won't be cheap. They say as demand increases, rent could top nearly $2,000 a night.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
We are going to have some fire danger tomorrow, but then nice weather up until Thursday. That's when the next rain chances come in. Hopefully we'll get quite a bit of rain with that, but we'll have to wait and see on that, cross our fingers. And then the showers continue Friday and Saturday, and then starts to dry out again by Sunday, and then more storms maybe Tuesday.
Well, sounds pretty cool. Thank you, Sam. Brock?
Well, 3rd and final day for the NFL Draft with Kansas City Chiefs take Chamari Connor from Virginia Tech, B.J. Thompson, Keandre Miller, and Nick Jones. So future Chiefs looking bright for the Super Bowl champions. Maybe another rebuilding year for the champions. We'll see.
Rebuilding,
yeah.
We use that term loosely here. All righty, well, that's our time for now. We'll catch you back here at 10. Thanks for making us a part of your night.